This is Nosey with Good Intentions, the podcast.
In every nook and cranny.
This is Michael.
And Kirk. Guiding your noses today.
That worked! All right, so as you see, we have a little different setup. We're trying something. Hopefully
Get a little fancy.
Yes, where's the remote so they can see our pod in the background? There you go. Hopefully you've already seen this episode. If you haven't, shame on you. Anyway, so so what are we starting with today?
Oh, good. I'm glad you're leaning on my memory.
Okay, we're supposed to be starting with you noticed the other day at work.
Oh, don't say at work. Now they know who we're talking about. One of them might listen. In the undisclosed location, I think I'm a little loud. I think I got the microphone a little too high. In the undisclosed location where we work,
I'll try to take those out.
There may or may not be someone there that's beautiful.
Yeah, she's bad.
Outwardly beautiful.
Yeah, she's bad.
And, so I think sometimes like you see somebody and you're like, wow, they're like really beautiful.
Yeah.
And then like they let their guard down a little bit and you're like, oh,
they're human.
Oh, everybody poops. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, you ain't got shit to say but negativeness about your job.
You don't like a good negative Nancy?
You know what I'm saying? No. Like, don't get me wrong. Venting about work, cool.
Yeah,
do your thing.
Time, yeah.
But like, there ain't nothing about your job you like. But You're still here 6 years later at the same job that you don't like and have nothing positive to say. It sort of made her less beautiful. And I remember talking about Amber Rose was my example.
Right.
How people used to talk about how beautiful she was when she was with Kanye.
Okay.
And she was just, she was just the trophy, the arm candy,
Right.
whatever the word is. And then she started talking and people were like, she's less attractive now. I still think she's beautiful, but people were like, oh, now she's talking and we're hearing what she has to say. She's less pretty.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So
she's less pretty or unpretty?
not fully unpretty, but less pretty. Her pretty rating went down, I guess. But
you're terrible.
Well, it made me think like, I wonder like, is that something that we just do?
No, I think. Well, for one, she's pretty bad. She's a bad chick. But I think that I had to give her flowers before I shit all over her.
Really? You suddenly are giving flowers now before you shat on some stuff?
But no, I think.
Have a sip.
Yeah, have a sip first. Gotta get some courage. But no, I agree with you because there's times when you see somebody and in your mind you have this picture of they're flawless. They can do no wrong.
Yeah. And
then you hear them and you're like, I ain't fucking with it because it's kind of like what people say. Beauty is only skin deep. What they say, but beauty is only skin deep, but ugly is to the bone. And if you have nothing about yourself that people fuck with besides your appearance, beauty fades. And when you're in the moment. You're like,
let me ask you this question about beauty fades.
Okay.
Everybody goes, oh, but beauty fades. Everybody says this.
It does.
But we still look for beauty.
Yeah, because it's pleasing to the eye.
But knowing that it fades, we still make choices based on beauty.
Because beauty sells, beauty is marketable. All of
But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We hang a lot on this beauty that fades.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. It's kind of backwards. Yeah. But at the same time, I guess people just really focus on that because it's the first thing you see. Because like you said, before she opened her mouth, he was like, oh, she's really pretty. And then she says something, he was like, never mind.
Well, I mean, she would have been barking up the wrong tree over here. But now I'm like, oh.
Now you're like, oh.
I was like, I thought she was like one of those like cool, like a cool chick or whatever.
Right, because she dresses like that. She's got the
and she had the shaved,
she got the shaved
part for a while.
Yeah.
I think now it's growing back out, or it's growing out pretty long.
Yeah.
But now I'm like,
Not so much.
Oh, you're emo. You're not the cool chick. You're the emo chick.
But she wears colorful clothes sometimes too.
But she
not often.
All she talks about is how much she hates her job.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't really want to see you anymore in the kitchen.
So now you're taking the long route to the break room.
So now I make sure she's at her desk or that she's busy, and then I run in the kitchen to get my stuff.
But I mean, everybody bitches about the job, but you also you don't dislike her, but you don't have a rapport with her.
Right. We don't have any rapport other than she hates her job.
And she's pretty, but the way that she bitches and moans takes away from the pretty.
Yeah.
See? There is no dime. There's
I find her less pretty. Do you know what I mean? Like, nothing against her. Right. I mean, whatever. I mean, again, she'd be barking up the wrong tree, but I was like, oh. But it kind of made me think of years ago, you know David Beckham.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I mean,
he's a handsome man.
What I'm saying is, like, I think there's a handful of men that you would get a pretty majority
would say they're a handsome man,
of the world.
Yeah.
And he is one of them.
Yeah.
But then we heard his voice. And I think people were like, is that your voice?
See, I've never heard his voice. Is it that bad?
I don't think so. I think what people hoped he sounded like, or I guess what they fantasized that he sounded about.
James Earl Jones.
Maybe not James Earl Jones per se.
A little Barry White.
Maybe Barry White. Maybe a little Barry White. And then when she talked to us a little bit with her voice, it was like, oh.
Her voice or his voice?
But you know what I'm saying? Like, people were like, But then we got used to it, and he's hot again. Okay. Do you know what I mean? Like, it didn't last long. It was very brief. But it was still that sort of, I think a lot of women were like, pop the fantasy bubble on that one. Because Barry White wasn't talking to them.
Yeah.
It was Posh Spice talking.
Yes, but that's kind of the same thing with Mike Tyson. If you don't hear Mike Tyson, his voice has gotten somewhat deeper now in his older age. But I mean, you think about Mike Tyson, he was the same way. Yeah. I pity the fool. You know what I mean? But then, I mean, you ain't gonna walk up to him and make fun of his voice. You know what I mean?
And get killed.
Basically.
Or beat up.
So,
do you think that's why he became a boxer?
You stupid. He probably did.
But you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, we all like sort of go in a certain direction for reasons. You know, a lot of them stem from our childhood.
Right. Because there's probably people who listen to this, and before we start doing the video, was like, like people who knew you but didn't know me. Probably was like, what does Michael look like? And vice versa. See what I'm saying?
You think so? We've got no feedback on our look.
I'm glad. I don't need nobody to tell me I'm ugly.
I'm trying to bring new fashions to the video. Nobody's commented about it yet, though.
You're terrible. Now, see, his workout gear is in 7 different colors.
This is a new one.
Oh, okay.
So
this is 8 colors.
Okay, yeah. So now I have 8, and this is the new one. Since we're doing head to toe today on the video,
I'll crop out the knees. Don't worry, I got you.
My naked knees. But yeah, it's my new outfit. Yeah, I wonder. Now I want to know what people thought. I wonder if, here's what I think.
Okay.
I think people probably guessed what you looked like, and it probably wasn't similar.
Probably not.
I think people thought I was more queer. And then when they saw me, they were like, oh, you don't look gay.
You just are
gay.
What does sound gay sound like?
This right here. This right here.
Is that what it is?
I think, too, with David Beckham's voice, I think people forgot that the British accent, I think the British accent takes the voice up a higher register.
Oh, the inflections of the voice.
Right. Okay, so I think that was also a part of it, too. And people were like,
oh, so he said tea and crumpets, but he had it real like high pitched.
Right. But I mean, if Barry White said tea and crumpets, she would still sound a little feminine. You know what I mean? So he didn't really have a shot in hell. But I think people were like, yeah, that's true. You are British. Oh, yeah, okay, that's true. And so he sort of gained traction again. to beauty.
You stupid. I mean, yeah, because I think what I said the other day, like, I hate to say it, she fine, Halle Berry, but she been married 3 times. She pays child support.
She pays child support, though. That's got to
crank
her back up some points.
But do you think she might be evil on the inside? Not evil might not be the right word, but do you think she has something wrong with her on the inside, considering she's so... I mean, she's fine as a motherfucker.
I get the impression that maybe it's not her.
You don't know what to do with your hands.
I don't know, because they're in the camera. My whole body's in the camera. I usually lay them on the table, and then I wave them around while I talk, and there's no table to put them on. So I'm putting them on my neck and knees. So I forgot what I was saying. You threw me off with
terrible. Our food has been confirmed. Yes, sir.
I'm so hungry.
Man, what?
So, what were we talking about?
Oh, Halle Berry.
Halle Berry. I think that she just makes poor choices when it comes to guys.
Okay, how so?
Well, there's been 3 of them that we know of.
Yeah. I think she has kids with 2 of them, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, 2. Sorry, I said 3.
No, she's been married, I think, 3 times.
Okay.
But she has children with 2 different people.
Yeah. I think it might be... Okay. Let me derail for a second, but tie it with Halle.
I got a theory on it. Go ahead.
So here's what I think.
Okay.
I think that people underestimate kids.
What it's like to take care of them?
And the impact that kids have on a relationship.
Okay.
Like...
Yeah, it changes shit.
There are people that I have met that were like, I love my kids, but totally separate from my kids, they're why we're not together anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, us having children is the reason I hate him.
Well, damn.
But you know what I'm saying, though? It's like, it's almost I think it happens.
Hey.
I hate it. But
okay.
It's almost like, I'll tell you about Saltine.
Okay.
So Saltine was in love with her husband. Okay. In love. They eloped, went to Jamaica. They was in love. Oh, love.
Okay.
And then she had her first son.
Okay.
And she was like,
fuck him.
Oh, this is love. I don't love you anymore.
But that's a totally different
So they had a second son.
She tried it again?
Well,
tried to bring the love back.
She was trying to like, trying to, let me see if I can let me see if I can have both loves, And so they had a second one, and that was the end of that. But it happens all the time. Right. All the time. And I don't think people realize, like, and I think that's where it can be iffy. Like, just because you're compatible to date each other doesn't mean you're compatible parents.
Oh, of course.
Doesn't mean you're compatible husband and wife. You can be compatible boyfriend, girlfriend.
Or just husband and wife and no kids.
True. That's true. Because all of those.
Yeah, because with all those factors, I think we've said on a few episodes, everybody parents different. Hell, genders parent different, let alone your upbringing. True. All of those things. True. Your beliefs, all that shit. True. So if your
daddy tissues.
But it's the truth, though. You know what I mean?
It is.
I mean, I hate to say it like that. My daddy issues caused me to raise my kids different. But you know what I mean? So with all those things being factored in, you end up, like you said, I think we forget how to be in a relationship when we have kids. And that's whether you create children together, you adopt kids, all of that stuff. Because it brings such a different dynamic to being an adult.
True.
Because it's not just you or just y'all, it's y'all.
Well, I will say, on the positive side of it, though, I also think that there's a distraction factor that can work in your favor. It can either, the distraction factor of a kid can either help or hurt.
How so?
Well, I'm trying to think of a good example, but like there are relationship things where you're like, okay, well, we've been together for about 7 years now.
Okay.
And I love you.
Okay.
What are we going to do now?
As in, are we going to get married or?
You know what I'm saying? Well, not necessarily that, but if you're not at least doing something every so often,
like going on dates and stuff.
Yeah, maybe like going on dates and stuff. Like if you're not doing that kind of thing, it can sort of be like,
what's the point
are
of
we
this?
slowly becoming roommates?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas kids, you're, from birth to 18,
you got
probably even 20,
yeah.
There's so much going on.
Yeah, it's a distraction.
That you're always doing something. So that, in that way, that could be a positive-ish thing.
Okay, yeah, but it could also distract you from working on or maintaining your relationship too.
Very true. Very true.
And is that a good thing?
Well, in Saltine's case, it was not a good thing. And a lot of their, not to put, because since I'm calling her Saltine, I feel like I can put the business out there. Camera One, hi. Hi, Camera, the whole body's in Camera One.
I'm going to have to delete it if he says the wrong shit.
True. Bleep it out. Let me tell you, I cannot wait for the bleep episode. I'm so excited for it to come out.
Episode.
I'm so excited.
Or it's 3 weeks before this episode.
3 weeks ago's episode. But in Saltine's case, what was happening was, in my opinion, they stopped being intimate. And so the husband continued to get more angry. I think he was sexually frustrated. And so he was mean. Like he just got progressively meaner, which I think me and the person behind me just did the same motion at the exact same time.
Creatures of habit.
Anyway. So, but I think because of that, he kept getting meaner and she didn't want him even more because he was meaner. He's getting meaner and she's like, this ain't making, the W.A.P's not coming up. You know what I mean?
Well, what if it wasn't necessarily the kids, but maybe the on both sides, the lack of effort to keep romance going?
But it was because of the kids. For Saltine. For Saltine, in her mind, if he would just go away,
I'll take care of the babies. Just send some money.
I've got what I wanted. You can go away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but it only got worse because the more frustrated he was getting, the more angry he was, the more mean he was, which made her only unwhoppable.
Poverty cycle. No, I'm just playing.
The W.A.P cycle.
Yeah. We're going to call this episode the W.A.P cycle.
But I mean, it was... So anyway, Saltine tells this story. I think it's so funny. Okay. But anyway, he gets mad and storms down the beach.
They live by a beach?
No. They were at the beach and he got really mad about something. I'm shortening the story. The story's long.
All right,
I'm shortening it.
We're going to storm the beaches.
So he goes down the beach out of sight.
Okay.
So a little while later, she's sitting on the beach looking around. She's mad and she sees this man from afar. She was like, he was hot.
Oh, so she get turned out by a motherfucker who does nothing for her.
Let me tell you. So she goes, I could not. I was like, oh my God, this man is so hot. Got closer, it was her husband.
See? She still thinks he's attractive.
But then as soon as she realized it was him, no W.A.P. W.A.P was gone.
That's bullshit.
But you know what I'm saying, though?
That's not fair.
It was beauty phase.
Beauty phase.
But but my point being, even though she found him attractive still, it didn't matter.
He was running towards her in slow motion like a movie. As soon as she...
Like Baywatch.
Yeah, she was like, ooh. So she... That's horrible.
Yeah.
That is horrible.
It's sort of like the girl at work. When you look at her and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
and then she goes, I hate my job, I hate my job, I hate my job. And you're like, oh.
Yeah, I had to walk off.
I forgot I had this thing I've got to do over here.
I got to go
I'll see you next time.
I got to go earn my money. Toodles.
Oh, I just realized my break is over.
Yeah. I will say it's not that enjoyable talking to her.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard because it's like, I think part of me, because I think part of it for me too is, it's sort of like pornographic material.
What?
You're not having to have a conversation with this person.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they've had the whole crew and they've set up this fantasy and they've done the camera angles and everything to make it look absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, they take water breaks, smoke breaks.
As though it was the smoothest effort and it was, just fantasy. But
that's how they do in movies, though. They say it's super uncomfortable.
But then you're like, oh, they did an interview. Let me watch this interview. And you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've seen some movies, Lord, some interviews, and the way they describe it, it sounds like a job.
Oh, it is. And I believe that it is.
You think so?
I still don't think I could date somebody that did it.
You couldn't date a porn star?
I don't think so.
Why?
An adult film actor, I believe is the correct terminology.
Porn star. Today,
we tried so hard
star.
that episode.
Yes, fuck that.
Adult film actor. But anyway, but I was like, oh, so I met this person. This is a while back.
A porn star?
No.
Oh.
This is a while back. I met this person. I was at a conference or so. I was working a conference. And I think they were there. I was there at the conference, but they were there for some other thing that was but they just happened to be at that same place. And
wait, did they do the same job we do, or they were just a participant in the conference?
Doing something completely different.
Oh, okay.
Just happened to be at the same
location.
Okay. Conferences are mostly in hotels. Like there's the hotel and the conference room. But it was like a group of us. It wasn't like we met on a stairwell. But she beautiful. Dumb. I was like, oh. But here's what it was though. She was smart enough to realize her aspirations in life should be visual.
Okay. Help is on the way.
Do you know what I mean, though?
AKA food.
I'm starving. But what I was going to say was,
before you go,
she was smart enough to realize, like, you're not going to be the next Diane Sawyer.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? You're not going to be the next Barbara Walters.
Okay. I was wondering who the hell Barbara Walters was. I was like, who?
I should have said it like that. I love Barbara Walters. But she's not going to be, that's not going to be her role in life.
Okay, but the reason why...
She might be the next Jenny McCarthy.
But the reason why a lot of people that are beautiful or handsome, when you look like that, a lot of things come easy. Like when you're a dude and you're not attractive, at least for myself, I worked on being funny. If you can make a girl laugh, you got an opportunity to at least start a conversation.
When are you going to start this funny?
Fuck you. We started it about 30 episodes ago. But you know what I mean? So those are things, when you're not attractive, you're not beautiful and handsome, those people have to work on getting the opposite sex or the same sex or getting what they want by other means than just, I'm pretty, look at me. So it takes, you develop different and more skills than just, I'm pretty, I'm handsome. You get what I'm saying? No,
Yes.
Because did you see the post I put on Instagram? I said, pretty has its perks.
I don't follow you.
Fuck you. But no, I put pretty has its perks or its privileges, but so does ugly. It's the truth. When you
tell me about ugly.
What the perks are to ugly?
Tell me your opinion of ugly.
What an ugly person looks like? It depends. There's different...
What's their perks?
Oh, you trying to put me on the spot. No, you do learn different things. You learn how
I'm just wondering when in your life you had your ugly perks.
I hate him. Camera one.
You saw that, right? We're talking with our eyes. Camera one.
I'm not talking about now, motherfucker. I'm talking about in life.
I just wanted to know when you had these ugly perks. Okay,
there are times when you have to learn how to converse. You got to learn how to...
When are you going to start that journey?
I'm done with you. But you got to learn how to carry them.
So that's the perk. The perk is you have to work harder in life.
No, I'm saying the perk is you learn other ways to be successful without just look at me.
Okay.
You learn different I guess work habit. I don't know if that's the right word to describe, the right way to describe it.
Work habits?
Not work. That was it. That might not be the right wording. But
I'm trying to help you find the right word.
I don't.
But I need a little more help.
You learn how to work a room. You learn how to be charismatic. You learn you don't have to be.
I don't think
you don't have to be handsome to be charismatic. It helps.
I think you gotta be. I think you have to have a minimum.
You have to be a minimum.
You can't be Quasimodo.
Well, I didn't say the boogeyman was working the room.
You said the ugly perks is to learn to work a room.
Well, I'm not talking about the like you said, the Quasimodo. I'm referring to just you're average looking. Like a person is average looking. You learn.
You called me average.
No, the fuck
you
I
saw
did.
that camera 1, camera 2. We only have 2 cameras today. Camera 2 called that one. I probably should keep saying camera 3. Camera 3 called it as well.
But no, there's you like it just being a regular looking person. You learn how to maneuver the room. You know how to read the room. You know how to holler at a girl and it not necessarily just be based on, okay, I think she thinks I'm cute. So you know what I mean? You learn how to have a real conversation, some dialogue. And I think those are things that ugly people and middle of the road and attractive people attractive people need to learn also. You don't think so? That's good. You said it perfectly. Attractive people can't talk worth a fuck. And I just can't talk worth a fuck. But
you're just proving my point. Whatever. So, but no, I think it is because you don't necessarily have to. What I find fascinating is that there's a market
for quiet, pretty people.
If you're pretty, you can make tons of money just taking a picture. Like you don't, obviously there's a little more, I don't mean to diminish anybody's picture taking abilities, but it's a little more than taking a picture, but you know what I mean? Like you can go to the doctor,
okay,
get a BBL.
I'm gonna go get me one.
Right?
See how many people.
I want the one where they take the fat
transfer
from your stomach and put it back there.
Yeah,
I want
transfer.
that one. But
you can get your BBL.
You know what? Let me not start there.
No, go ahead.
We'll hold off on that one.
No.
Let's not derail on that one. No, because I'm gonna say something that I'm gonna have to be like, can you take that part
That's
out?
fine. Go ahead, do your thing.
No, I was just gonna say.
I know a few people who've had a BBL.
I was just gonna say I'm on my own butt journey.
You gay.
Gay?
You on a butt journey? What the fuck is that?
Well, I have no acetal disease.
Yes, okay.
But now I've got a little bit.
You got something to hold on to?
I got a little something. Got a little something back there.
Cushion for the pushing.
Been doing the squats.
Okay.
Been doing the squats, trying to,
Okay.
What is okay? Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I think people joke about this, but I've heard it a few times.
What?
Where guys think that they can pump the butt up by pumping it up.
Yeah, I believe in that.
You think that's real?
It also depends on what you eat too, but well, we grew up in the South, so I think that cornbread and some good things can be attributed to the fat asses.
I've only had cornbread twice.
Huh?
And it was dry as hell.
You're supposed to add a little milk and cinnamon. I don't like cornbread either.
Are you coming for me? I don't
care for cornbread either.
It was dry.
I prefer muffins. It's less messy. Cornbread muffins. But I like corn. It's all right.
It's still cornbread.
Yeah, my sister used to eat it.
I don't like cornbread, but I like cornbread muffins.
I don't care for either one of them that much. But my sister growing up, my grandmother used to make it. She would put it in like a mug, and she would add a little milk, cinnamon, sugar, and my sister used to eat the shit out of it. Me, if they never make cornbread again, I'd be fine. It's not nasty, but I'm about like you. It's kind of dry, and somebody's gonna listen and go, "You ain't had the right cornbread." I've had about 12 different cornbreads. They all taste pretty much the same. One's a little sweeter, less sweet.
I've had it twice. The 2 times that I've had cornbread,
Okay.
It has been because everybody at the table was like, "This is the cornbread of life."
That's like
it
me
was
and
dry as
watermelon.
hell.
I don't like watermelon. I'm just saying.
I don't like watermelon either. I think
I might be white.
It.
I've had watermelon one time and I was like, that shit busting.
White people. Okay, how did that become a black thing?
What, watermelon?
Everybody that I know
in the South.
Let me tell you this. Everybody in my world.
Okay.
My small little world.
Okay.
I might be wrong. I may have to do a poll. All the black people that I know hate watermelon. You know who loves watermelon?
All the white people.
All the white people that all the white people in my life love watermelon.
I don't think this is the person bringing our food. Let me see. Hello? Hello? 120. Oh, thank you, sir. I'm so glad I answered the phone. I would have been mad.
Are you 120?
Yeah.
You got to bleep this out.
Well, I don't know where I live at. Yeah, I better not know where I live at. No, I'll delete that part. That's fine. I'll probably forget. It don't matter. But we got some good ass food on the way. I'm good. He got an Arkansas number. I was like, why would somebody from Arkansas be calling me?
Because we're in Arkansas.
Shut up. We might be, for all the people who do know us.
The undisclosed location number 2.
You're stupid as hell. Number 3.
Well, recording.
Oh, fair enough.
Recording.
But yeah.
Did we start here? No, we started at my undisclosed location.
Was it?
I think our first episode was at
I think it is too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way. But yeah, I'd love some good fried chicken. I make a good fried chicken. But most
who
of the
doesn't? Okay,
who don't like
who
fried
doesn't
chicken?
like fried chicken? Like, why is this a black only thing?
No,
who doesn't like fried chicken? I don't want it on the bone.
That's fine. Still fried chicken.
But you know what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
I don't
so you like
do
a
the
good
bone.
chicken tender.
I do.
Okay, well, where the fried chicken comes from is, even today, chicken is the cheapest protein on average that you can buy. And you could buy a lot of it. It might be changed now because there's a shortage on wings.
So they're saying poor.
Yeah, unfortunately. Again, especially back in the day, that was you could buy a lot of it for a lower price. You could get it in, not bulk like they was getting it wholesale, but you know what I mean?
To me, that's smart.
Yeah.
As the cheap one. That's
you are
smart.
more frugal than I am.
That's smart. Why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah, but that's where that comes from.
Why would that be an insult?
I don't know where watermelon comes from.
Do you remember when Mary J. Blige did the song?
For Burger King? That chicken sandwich?
Was it Burger King?
I think so.
I don't remember who it was for.
I've pulled up the YouTube video in the past. It's funny as fuck. I look at it like this. I will do.
People were pissed.
See, I guess I'm a sellout.
People were so mad at her, and I'm like,
so
she got paid for that.
Kirk, you want me to eat chicken in private and not get paid, or eat a chicken sandwich in public?
Thank you.
I'm gonna eat it anyway.
She didn't even eat it. She just sung about it.
Yes. It was a little ratchet, but
it was. I mean, it was a little.
The song was pretty bad.
The song. I mean, it was lettuce.
Was it?
Like, the lyrics were like fresh lettuce, tomato. Like, it was just the ingredients. What do you expect it to be? So, the beat of the year? The summer jam? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel. I mean, yeah.
Oh my God! Speaking of Mary J. Blige, real quick.
What's up?
Do you remember the Sprint commercial?
No, I ain't hearing no Sprint commercial.
Yes. So they used her song.
Like her actual song, not a song for
One. I think the name of it was One.
He wants y'all to look it up.
I think the name of it was One.
The One.
The One? Oh, was it The One?
I'm asking.
I said One. And you go, The One?
Oh, my bad. Okay.
I think that was the name of the song. ONE. One.
Okay.
Anyway, so you listen to the commercial and you're like, God, this sounds like it's going to be a good song. And then the song came out. It was awful. It was awful. I don't know what happened. Drake was in it. Drake did a rap part and it was the best part of the song, but it was at the end. And so I never could make it.
Mr. Wrong? I love my Mr. Wrong.
No.
That's all? No?
No.
That's a dope. Drake killed that shit.
No. I don't know that song.
Oh, okay.
I don't know her. I don't know her.
Okay.
One. I think it was One. Look up the Sprint commercial.
But okay. Oh, it's specifically for the Sprint commercial.
No. It was a song. But it was on the Sprint commercial.
Okay.
So I heard the snippet of the song on the commercial. And I was like, ooh, this sounds good. And then I turned on the actual song and I'm like, these are not the same song.
Okay. He said, this ain't good.
This is not good.
Ooh,
it was not good.
I'm just playing. Lord. Well, I'm just getting ready for when he knocks on the door so I can go get the food.
Are we just going to keep it rolling?
Yeah. We're not. We only so far in.
Okay. But what were we talking about? Beauty. I derailed. I derailed us hard. Oh, I'm on a butt journey.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm sort of half joking. I've never had any. No acetol.
You've never had a butt shot?
Crack. What is that? What do they say? All back on a crack? But now I've got it's just like a little bit.
You have a curvature?
Little curve.
You got a parentheses?
But I'm working on it because I'm like, oh, okay. You know, it does. Here's the thing.
I haven't looked. So
at my biggest, I always thought my legs aren't bad.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So now with a little,
you got your legs out.
Got my legs out. Legs out here on the Full Body Podcast.
I'll crop it higher. Don't worry.
But you know what I'm saying? So I think it makes it look a little nicer. I don't need the BBL to make my leg look smaller. My twigs.
You used to. You don't want
what
the
is
ants?
this? The pig on the twigs.
You don't want the ant life?
What?
The way they have the big old ass and then sticks for legs?
Yeah.
That shit looks ridiculous.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot. But a lot of people are doing it. But now, okay, real quick aside, derail. If you're out there and you're thinking about getting
I know 3 people who have gotten the BBL.
They're having to get rid of them.
No, they didn't get the implants. They got the fat transfer.
Okay.
Yeah,
do the fat transfer.
Yeah, the fat transfer is your cells, so it doesn't get rejected. But from what I understand, if you get the implant, your body can reject it, all that other shit. I might get me some artificial muscles in the butt. You know what I'm saying?
Take from the arm and give to the butt. We need to start doing that machine, that kickback machine.
Oh, did it work on the hams?
Yeah, which lifts the butt.
I don't really care how my butt looks. Nobody's checking for it.
I think people are checking for it.
You think women check for guys' asses?
100%.
Why you say that?
Well, they did that survey a few years ago.
What survey?
In Men's Health. I don't subscribe to it. I saw it in the store.
You flipped through in the grocery store?
I ain't about to buy that.
I don't know why they still sell magazines in real life anyway. When they have the internet.
Somebody's buying it.
Yeah, somebody is.
Somebody's buying it.
It's for toilet purposes, but I use my phone for the toilet purpose.
Yeah. It's, I don't, here's the thing. All these magazines, I'm going to use Men's Health as the example, but it literally is all the magazines. How many more times is there 8 ways to get abs, 7 ways to get abs,
until
get abs in 10
it.
minutes? Like, it's every month. And then it's like big arms.
Right.
Big arms 1, big arms 2. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love to watch some of the fitness people on YouTube. Right. But I watch it with the understanding that once you've told me about arms, once you've told me about legs, and once you've told me about back and abs.
That's all you need.
That's all we got. We don't have any other body parts.
Right.
That's it. So once you've done your 5 videos,
that's all you need.
The rest of your videos are going to be repeats of these.
Well, you got to switch it up so your body don't get used to it.
But I mean, you know, it's like, it's okay that it's going to be the same topic. Because it's free.
Gotcha,
it's free to subscribe to you. I'll watch a commercial, give you a little coin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, work out. Like, this is the workout I'm doing this week or whatever. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Cool. But I watch it knowing that it's a limited topic.
Oh, gotcha. There's only so far you can go with this. Okay. Yeah.
It's like for us, if we were like, we're going to just talk about this one topic
right
on the podcast.
Okay.
Every episode would be that one topic and we would just be rehashing it.
That would get old. And we would have no listeners.
We would have none.
Yeah, unless they'd be like, maybe they change it up this week. No, they didn't change it. They'd be like, play. Nah, they didn't change it up again. Same shit from last week.
Oh, they're still talking about that same topic? But I think a lot of our topics, I think we've given the heads up. Like some of these topics, they change over time, but they're still the same topic. Yeah. But like, my opinion might change.
Well, yeah, you're allowed to change your opinion. And when you have more information, it's probably going to change.
Yeah.
Because more information is going to affect your outlook on it. You might find out at one point, you might have thought this person was a good human being. And you find out more information like, they were not a good person.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then it can shift and alter your thoughts about that person.
Oh, yeah.
So
just complaining about work.
And then you're no longer pretty, you're unpretty.
So going to the butt journey just one more time. So the butt. You
thought about it, huh? You've considered this butt journey.
Here's the thing. I I don't know how real I'm going to get on this. I start to get a little brave, and then I'm like, stop talking.
Why?
I don't know.
So what you scared of? It's only me and you and everybody else is listening.
I had a fupa.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody out there knows what a fupa is.
Fat upper penis area. It's actually fat upper pussy area, but for today's conversation,
we'll
penis
say
area.
Private. Fat upper private area.
Oh, we're non-binary.
We're making it apply to the masses.
Okay. Non-binary fupas.
When you're 400 pounds and you got the fupa, here's the thing. Not everybody that's big has the fupa.
Get the fuck out of here.
No. I'm dead serious. Not everybody has the fupa.
How can you not have it?
Well, my ex didn't have the fupa. I had the fupa.
You were bigger than him?
I eventually made it past him.
I'm gonna outdo you.
I eventually made it past him.
Okay.
But he didn't have the fupa. I had the fupa.
So what do he have?
Here's the thing. I didn't realize I had a fupa.
Kirk,
hear me out. I did not realize I had a fupa until I lost it.
What?
So
you found something after you lost it.
I found out I had it.
Yeah, you found something after you lost it.
Sure.
That's fine. Go ahead.
I found out.
I know. I'm just being extra.
Are you shitting on my story already?
No, after you say.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
I found out I had it because I could see something.
Oh, you can see your man parts.
Do you know what I'm saying? The privacy.
Yes.
All of a sudden, the privacy was out.
I had it been a while.
The privacy was an innie. Now it's an outie. But I didn't know that was the case until the fupa went away.
Hold on. So you never thought in your mind, I was like, why can't I see it when I look down?
Well, I had a stomach.
I mean, you never felt like bad about that?
Well, of course.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. I'm going to be quiet. Go ahead.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
no, I don't know what you said. I've never had that as a problem.
You were skinny.
No, I'm saying.
Now you're muscular.
No, I'm saying if I ever got to the point where I can't see it, I'm going to do something about it. As you did.
But I've always been big.
Yeah.
My whole life.
Yeah.
I'm not saying as much. I'm just saying. But so then I was like, oh, I had a fupa. I didn't realize I had a privacy. I can see the privacy's out. I didn't know that was the case.
Okay.
I mean, also keep in mind, we've talked about the lack of intimacy, the lack of, so it wasn't like
you needed to see it often anyway.
I needed to see it. But I was like, oh, I had a fupa.
Oh, okay.
So now that the fupa's gone, I'm like, oh, okay.
It's a lot bigger than I thought it was.
There was some hidden, what is it called? Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Shit.
But now I'm like, oh, okay. And now, I got a little curvature and I'm like, oh, okay. Got a little something going on back here in the back. It's not much, but it's there. Okay. You know what I mean? I feel like that's my philosophy in life. It's not much, but it's there.
That's what I'm going to start saying. It's not much, but it's there.
But I mean,
Yeah.
It works.
I mean, that's fair, though.
It's functioning.
But why do you think that women like check for guys' asses?
Oh, I think it's... Okay.
You don't know.
I think it's because there's some motion to it.
What you mean?
Like, if you've got a little something back there, you're probably laying it down.
What?
Do you know what I'm saying, though?
Oh, with all the thrusting, you've developed some muscle.
Correct.
You think so?
I think so.
So in a woman's mind, maybe she's like, he be putting it down. He got a little booty.
He about to beat this up. Yes. Beat the goodie up. Oh, yes. The kitty's purring. Oh, absolutely. I think so. I think I might be right on that. Ladies, hit us in the Gmail if you think so.
Well, he ain't gonna respond to nothing else.
I'll look at it.
You will?
Yeah. I looked at that email.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway, what I'm trying to figure out is where's this guy at? He asked for the apartment number and the apartment complex is always so big. I'm probably talking shit. He probably ran outside the door like I was waiting for them to stop recording.
Do you want to check the door? Are you sure Like, because you're not on the first floor.
Yeah, I know.
And it's still a 1?
Yeah, it's weird, huh?
That is weird. It should be a 3.
No, it's not. I was about to say the number.
You've already said it.
Should I pause? Hold on. We got to get this food, bro.
Here, I tell you what. Since you left me once, I'm going to leave you and I'll check the door. And you keep the podcast rolling. How's that sound?
That's fine, but you don't know who to...
I mean, I'm sure bag of food. I'm not just going
to open the door.
I'm not just going to let some random person into the door.
Oh, well, let's call him.
Okay.
In the middle of the podcast.
Here on the podcast.
Yeah. His phone number is... Hey, how you doing, sir? Did you already drop the food off?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. Thank you. All right, yeah, check the door. That
All right, you keep it going.
Oh, I got you.
You keep it going. I failed. I failed miserably at keeping it going because you had to piddle.
In the shit. But no, you got to shimmy your own pass. But anyway, yeah. So I don't know. I think that it could be true, but I don't know if women like guys that have ass or don't have ass. I think maybe it's because y'all tell me. I don't know. Maybe y'all like something to hold on to. Did we get food?
Yeah, and a package.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, and so maybe.
Speaking of packages.
You're good. Where you going with the food?
I was going to put your package.
Oh. They probably confused as hell if they don't currently see this episode on YouTube. But yeah.
We're just slowly. We're just slowly getting everybody to watch the YouTube channel.
Oh, that's true. We're still in the early stages. No biggie.
Which, why not?
Yeah, that's true.
It's free to subscribe, by the way. There's no cost to subscribe. It's free.
It does cost time, but we appreciate your time.
Look, we're the perfect thing to watch.
For free.
Have a toilet. Whatever.
Toilet break. So should we
work slowing down for a little bit, throw on the podcast,
or just play it in the background and help these views go up?
Well, that's true. That's true too.
So should we stop and eat?
Let's finish this topic.
Okay.
Because I think we wouldn't know the food was here if we wouldn't have called.
You ain't lying. I'm like, bro, you ain't gonna beat on the door.
Ain't gonna knock on the door. Well, he may have knocked on the door, and we just didn't hear it because we're only hearing this.
Well, fuck him. That's why the DoorDashers don't get good tips, because y'all be bullshitting. But anyway, and I put in the notes, I said,
here on the
hand it to me, because I have two options. When I have it at work, I say just leave it I type in the notes, just drop it at the front desk with the pretty, unpretty young lady.
Stop saying where she is.
I didn't say where we work.
I know, but if she ever listened to this, she knows she's the front desk person.
No, there's been a rotation lately.
Stop.
Well, if I ever get her to listen to it, I'll be like, hey, don't listen to episode some number such and such.
Whatever number this is.
She won't know what we're talking about either. Oh, she will, because we described what she looked like.
We sure did.
Oh, well, she don't listen. But anyway, but yeah, I don't know.
I miss what you were saying. I heard white. White guys.
No,
I don't know.
I don't either.
I just made up words.
It might be time to wrap it up.
You were saying hold on to.
Oh, I said I don't think women really care if we got asses or not. I said the only thing they probably care about is the fact that they want something to hold on to.
I think it elevates a man's attractiveness.
I don't know.
I think it does. I think especially for women.
Okay.
It's like it's an attention catcher.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Plus,
I don't think all women are like booty, but you know what I'm saying? But I think a lot of women are like, and when you walk away, they're like, oh. Do you know what I mean? I think it gives you a good from the front and the back.
Well, see, I ain't never had nobody really compliment my ass, and I don't really expect nobody to do that.
Do you have one?
No. But I've had women compliment my arms. And so...
Do you have those?
I do. I got some guns.
Welcome to the gun show.
Pew, pew. But nah. So I don't know. But...
Well, if you don't have one, then...
Yeah, I would not know.
Other than them saying, did you know you don't have a gun? Macaroni and Cheese was pretty clear from the beginning of our friendship. He was like, you have no acidol disease. He didn't really let me live in a fantasy where I may have a little cheek.
Well, he don't want to lie to you.
I didn't ask. It was unsolicited.
Oh, damn. It was unsolicited insults. Hey, bro, by the way.
It is what it is. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
I mean, then I was under no delusion that I might have anything. But now I've got a little curvature, just a smidge.
Little splash ass.
Little smidge.
A splash of ass.
Only seems to be okay with it.
Has he filled out the comment card?
I haven't. I need to give him the comment card. I hadn't given it to him yet.
All right, I'm hungry, and we ain't talking about shit right now. I'm hungry. Can we?
Oh, okay. Well, guess the episode. Guess the episode's over. Guess the episode's over.
We'll see y'all next time. What you gonna say?
No,
you
cannot have my line. That is my line.
Oh, my apologies. Close us out, sir.
We have YouTube playing in the background right now at the other undisclosed location where I have a table to put my arms on. And
you got naked knees to put your arm on.
Got my naked knees out today.
No, I said naked.
Oh. I can hide the whole lower half of my body behind the table. We have an Instagram.
We do.
Nosey with Good Intentions. We have a Gmail, Nosey with Good Intentions @gmail.com. Please send us to the Gmail. We are going to be responding to your emails and direct messages in a podcast episode. We're not going to be responding. Well, I guess we could respond with.
No, but we can elaborate. So we're going to probably do both.
We could at least respond and say received.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for your submission.
It's going to be an automated message.
It'll be on episode blah, blah. We'll tell you the episode number maybe.
I don't know if we could do that.
No? Because you number them as soon as we...
Oh, that is true.
As soon as we finish.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it should be fine.
Touche.
Should be fine to do that. So we've got a YouTube page, Nosey with Good Intentions, Instagram, Gmail, that little voice recorder hyperlink in the description.
TikTok.
We've got a TikTok, Nosey with Good Intentions,
Twitter.
And then we've got a Twitter, lagging behind with Nosey Good.
I don't put shit on it anyway.
Whatever.
Only thing I do is like, this is a new episode. Check it out.
Okay, great.
But I should probably try to put insightful shit in there as tweets. I don't fucking know. Anyway.
I don't think anybody's asking for that.
I don't either.
So anyway, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's free. Subscribe to our Instagram. It's free. Send us an email. It's free. I think that's all of our stuff.
And it's all free.
And all of it's free. Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Free. All right. Thank you for listening to our nosy nonsense.
See you next time.